Here we go, William. It didn't work there for a minute, sorry. Just, it was updating. Anyway, welcome to the second last That's show. Um, Thanks for everybody for knocking out games, 100%. There is a deadline for all games to be played by the 30th. And if they're not, they're just waiting after that. Every game to be played by the 30th, which is fair enough. Um, Look, we'll head straight into it. And we go straight into the Citrine. She had a couple of games with Bloodaxe there over the last couple of days. Good old that. Good old games. Hey Arthur, how you doing, pal? Straight into the Citrine we'll go, and it's Shane Ryan, 22 played 1-3-2. I had a lovely little plus one. Remy might have set this evening. Did come up 5-3 winner there. Went 3-1 up, lovely little 150 there as well. Nearly shit the Lord because he came back at me. Big time. But to be fair, look, tennis elbow and all that isn't the easiest thing, but he's still through good 80 plus average. It's unreal. 1-3-2 for Remy, 2 games behind on 128 is Will.i.am, William Crookwood, Simon Dundon, 124, The Storm on 121, Martin Carroll 119, Wayne is on 118. Hey Jeff Matthews, he's next on 8, Peter on 9, myself 10, Andrew 11, Craig, John Lee Hills, SS and Gary Davis. Into the stats we'll go. Remy 208 tons to his name. Myself 206. Shane Ryan 177. Gary Davies 174, 168 the field. Shane Ryan 89 140s. 78 Craig John plus with Remy Williamson. 69 for Williams, 68 for the Storm, 62 for Simon. There'll be 1,032 140s. 5 170s myself, Jeff Matthews, Martin Carver getting close with 3 each. SS2, Gary Davis 2, Lee Hayes 2, Wayne 2, William 2. 28 for the season there. Simon Dunn is 20 180s, Shane at 17, S 16, 14 for William Crookwood, and 13 for Peter and the Storm. Jeff Matthews, Hoyler 1-6 for Colin with that 160, Gary and Wayne with the 158, the Storm with the 145, my 150, Craig John 145, Gary Davis best leg of 11. Joined with Jeff Matthews, the Storm, Shane Ryan, Super Darts lads. Peter with 12s with Stephen Bigerton and Simon Dunn, 13 the field. Jeff Matthews, 9 ton plus finishes with the Storm. Gary Davies with 8, Remy with 8, Simon Dunn with 8. 7s in behind for Wayne, Shane, Lee, myself, Craig, and Colin, Super Darts. High averages haven't really changed. Peter Cronje, Shane Ryan, William Crookwood, SS, Craig, Wayne, and Simon all in the 90s. Everyone else very good darts. Hey Josh Rock, how you doing, pal? What's the story with you? All's well? That's in the Citrine. We'll tip into the Kynite. If I can find me buttons. Into the Kynite we go. And it's Gkt D who leads the way. I was actually watching the 251. Actually, I was playing the 251 on Monday night. Gkt, what happened? Monday night he had nobody. Every time he played somebody there, fucked off on him. Gkt D 121. He's 3 games in hand over Hilton, who's after a savage season, 118. Ewan Jones on 115. Darnell's still up there on 114. Stretchy. Hope you're feeling well, pal. He's on 111. Scott Brown 110. Ryan Richmond, the solver, another win under his belt there this evening. He's on 101. Oh, McLaughlin 101. Eddie Berger 101. Look how close that is. Stephen Anthony Davison on 94. And the Wasp on 92. Melita knocking out 4 games last night. He's just outside it and 7 points between himself and 12th. Into the stats, it's the solver who leads the tons on 201 for the season. Ryan Richmond 192, Eddie Berger 190, Owen with 167 the field, Ewan Jones 61, 140, Hilton 58, KDD 57, Ryan Richmond 56, the solver with Scott Brown on 54, Darnell with 53, and Stephen Anthony Davison is the closest next with 15, 14 in the field. Tony Light didn't have the 170s this week, he's still got 8, Army Kendrick 2, Darnell 2, Gordon 2, Keith D 2, couple of ones in behind, 22 for the season. We love seeing all 170 bracket move. Hilton 25 180s for his season. Aaron McKendry with 18. Daniel with 18 as well. Ewan with 16. Couple of tens for Jeff and Stephen. Anthony Davison and 9 for field. Christopher Pratt reeling in that big fish. Nobody else. To be honest, there's 2 for the season. Christopher Pratt is 1. And Francis is the other one. Melita Daw with a big 160, Eddie Berger 158, Scott Brown 156, Owen McLaughlin 154, Ryan Richmond 152, and the Wasp 144. And Ewan Jones with the best leg of 11, the only 11 inside the coinage. Aaron McKendry with 12, Doug KDD, the Soliver, Neil McDonald, all with 12s. Darnell, Gordon, Hilton, Andy Marsh with Ryan Richmond had 13s, and 14 the field. Owen McLaughlin has 7 ton plus finishes for the season. Christopher Pratt with 6, Scott Brown with 5 and 4s the field. 85 plus averages for KDD, Scott Brown, Ewan Jones, Daniel Lee, and Aaron McKendry. Super darts fellas, nothing between. Absolutely massive. Into the Tiger 8 we'll go, and this one is all up for grabs still. It's Johnny Mulder who leads the way with Adam McFigure has 2 games in hand. Actually, they both the same amount of points, 128 each. Adam McFigure has 2 games in hand though. Lee Refford 119. He also has 2 games in hand over Johnny Mulder. Vernon Hooman up into the green. He's got 118. Keith O'Connor just outside 2 points, 116. Garrett Watson on 113. Ivan David Darrow 110. Just the last couple of weeks, he could get him back to 117 and just a point outside the green if he wins his next one. Jeff Wiley has a couple of games. He's on 109. Mr. China ton. Patrick Leahy also has a ton in points. Steve Hopkins on 98. Lewis Roden 95. Just outside Matt Daw on 91. John Smith after creeping closer. Helen on 90. There's nothing between them. 1 win. She's still thereabouts. She could be at the right side of the table come the end of the season. We hope you really are. Into the stats for him. Newman has 156 tons for the season. 156 tons for the season. Keith O'Connor on 149, Alan McFicker 144, Garrett Watson 140 with Johnny Mulder 132, Ivan David Darren 126 to field, Johnny Mulder 48 140, Helen Ward with 44 with Lee Redford, Keith O'Connor with 43, Garrett Watson 40, Ivan David Darren 39, super 38 to field. Alan McFicker 7 170s hasn't really moved. Helen 1, Matt 1, and Vernon 1 for the season. Lee Redford has 18 180s. Mr. China has 13, Matt Dawes 11 and 8 to field. John Smith with Lee Refford 160 high outs. Garrett Watson has a 153. Tiki Taylor with 152. Patrick Lee 151 and 137 field. Jeff Wiley, Johnny Mulder, best legs at 12 in the Tiger Ice. Super Arts fellas. Ivan David Darrell is at 13 with Lee Refford and 14 at the field. Alan, Helen, John O'Toole, Lee Refford, and Patrick Lee 5 2 plus finishes each for the season. 80 plus averages for Alan, Ivan, Lee, Johnny, and John Smith. Super darts, fellas. Absolutely fantastic. Into the Obsidian we'll go. And another awesome. It's Vinny O'Brien who takes over from Kevin McDermott. Kevin McDermott does have that game in hand. It's been up and down all season. Not a bother. 133 for Kevin, 137 for Vinny. Gary Wilson storming into the season for him. He's on 133 as well. Todd Cisco 122. Mark Ward, he's climbing and climbing and climbing. He's on 119. Paul Dryden 118. John Milton 117. Emmett Leonard 114. Dean Watson 113. Conlett on 111. Wayne Beber 110. And Toshola 102. And just by actual leg difference. Look at that, Damien has 102 as well, but there's 8 legs the difference between the both season. Ronnie Curran on a ton, he's thereabouts as well. Richard Rees 97, Francis is 89, Paddy Harkin has a couple of games, he's on 83, he could throw the cat amongst the pigeons yet. You never know. Into the stats we'll go. It's Vinny O'Brien 210 tons for the season. Paul Dryden 177, Ken McDermott 174, 169 for Todd, 153 for Gary. And 150 that field. Kevin McDermott has 55 140s. Gary Wilson is 53. Paul Dryden 48. Ronnie Coleman 46. Conlon is 45. Todd is 44 and 39 field. A couple of 170s, 2 for Conlon, 2 for Richard, couple of ones behind Francis, Kevin, and Vinny, and Robert Abram. 8 for the season, 13 180s for Richard Reeves. Wayne Beber has 11. Gary Wilson has 9, 7 for Mark Ward, and or 8 for Mark Ward and 7 for the season. Francis with that other big fish. We, we did say earlier. Robert A. Brown with the 164. Damien has 160. Mark Ward is the 1518. Watson with Ronnie Kerwin is a 152. 142 to field. Francis, the only best leg at 12. Very close with Gary Wilson and Kevin with 13s, 14s. All of them behind Wayne Beber, Vinny, Ronnie, Robert, Matt Peck, Mark Ward, Dean Watson, and Conrad. 15 to field. Dean Watson has 6 ton plus finishes with Toshola. Mark Ward has 5. Paul Dryden has 5. And 4s the field. The 80 plus average there for Francis, 82.58. But anything to be fair above a 72. Paul Dryden, Todd, Dean, Damien, Conniff, Gary, Vinny, Savage, and Kevin McDermott, Savage Darts, to be fair. That's fair play. Daily drawing. That's the Obsidian. Into the highlight. Like I said, I've been playing Blood Axe for the last 2 nights. We had a best of 21 last night and a best of 13 tonight. And on a slow starters, but what a finish. He's got 150 points for the season. There's 12 points between them. Joy Hennessy has a game in hand. He can go to 1-4-5. And I'm sure they play each other the last game then as well. Lots of paper in that. But as I said, Anthony on 150, Joy 138, Derek Stone 134, George Bridge 130. Good season for George Bridge. Roland Mayer, Crackerjack on 130 as well. Just that leg difference between them, and it's only 2 legs coming down the end of it. 127 Jimmy, Christy Goff 124, Barry on 120, Carl Davies, Morris, Michael Dalton, and James Johnson still at the right half of the table. Lee Williams, Chill, and Andrew Seifeld not too far away at all into the stats. Anthony Webster 170 tons for the season. Derek Stone 126, Jimmy Offensive 130 with George Brisbane 128 the field. Anthony Webster 52, 140, Christy Goff 39, Joy Hennessy 36, 35 Jimmy Offensive and 32 the field. Morris has 2 170s. Anthony's 1, Carlos 1 to roll in there as well. Anthony Webster has 9 180. Morris has 8. Joy Hennessy has 6 and 5 the field. Christy Goff has the highest finished with 160. Anthony Webster with Joy Hennessy 152s. Carl Davies with 140. Andrew Seinfeld with Morris has 130s and 124 field. Anthony Webster has 12. Best leg of 12 with Lee Williams. Super Arts, we actually seen that going in. That was 2 weeks ago that went in. Super Arts, that was Christy Goff has 13 with Joy Hennessy. Barry Bell has a 14 and 15 the field. Anthony Webster has 14 plus finishes with Jimmy Offense. Andrew Seinfeld has 3. Christy Goff has 3. Derek Stone has 3. And Joy Hennessy has 3. 2 for a couple and a couple of ones. Anthony Webster with that 92, 78. Super Darts, Joy Hennessy with a 78, 77 for Barry. Christy Goff is near 72 and a half. Not near, it is a 72 and a half. Carl Davies 71.95. Mike Johnson 71.9. Super Darts. Into the Moonstone we go. Oh, wrong button. I can get into the Moonstone. And it's Ken Roach that leads the way. Game in hand. He's 144 points. John Rock in second on 138. Like I said, Ken Roach has that game in hand. To 6 points. He could move straight up to 13. Andre Luke McGill on 135. Thomas Keane into the green. He's on. He could go to 138 as well. 138, yeah. He got with his, if he wins his couple of games. Arthur Langley on 116, Bob Myers on 115, Nathan Griffin 113, Terry Thomas, Jimmy Withers, Andy Nelson, the fatter in the yellow, and Josh Poole, top half of the table. Nothing outside him, look. Richard on 91, 97, 6 points between them. Go on, the Dragon. Robbie Mitchell. Andy Nelson 130, Jimmy Withers 128 for the tons. Andre Luke McGill 126 for the season. John Rock is 114. Ken Roach is 113. 111 the field. Ken Roach is 29 140s for the season. Jimmy Withers not far behind on 24. Daniel Tasker 23. Look at that. John Rock, Nathan and Thomas have all 22 140s for the season and 20 the field. 2 170s, John and Kenneth, that has moved all season. Arthur Langley has 14 180s. Ken Roach has 12. Jordy has 4 with Thomas Keane 3 for a couple behind. Ken Roach 156, Daniel Tasco 136, John Rock with 135, Arthur Langley 126, and Jimmy Withers at 122. Arthur Langley best leg at 12, Super Arts Ken Roach with 13, closest is 15, bunch of them behind. Thomas, Terry, Martin Wright, John Rock, Jimmy Withers, and Andre McNeil. Good darts, fellas. John Rock has 6 ton plus finishes for the season. Andre Luke McGill has 5 and 3s for a couple. That Thomas Keane and Ken Roach, the only 80 averages. It's super excellent. It's the most stuff. 85, 25, and an 83.5. Andre Luke McGill with a 73.51. That is super darts in themselves. 60s, 60 plus averages. Bob Myers with a 65, Orton with a near 65 with John Rock, Father with a 63.15. There's a couple of personal bests there for the season. Nathan Griffin 62 with Jody Dugan. Daniel Tasker 71, 73. It's absolutely fantastic. And into the last but not least is the match I nearly couldn't find it there for a minute. And it is Gary Smith, who cannot be caught, and the champ. Congratulations, Gary Smith, our first actual designated champion. His goal for the season was to win it, and that, by God, he did do it. 23 games, 21 wins, 2 losses. Absolutely fantastic. Legs 412 against only 49. Unbelievable. And 154 points for the season. Kenny Robertson in second on 147. Scotty McKenzie on 137. Anfin on 134. Mike Kavanagh just outside a couple of games and he's on 132. Matt Burgon on 121. Sasha, great season, 116. Paul Giovanni on 112, couple of games and Michael Robson 108. Mark Reddish, Mike Van Dies, Reese Brown, Brendan Kenny, Cody, Tony Skerry, and Timo. And you know what? It's a great season. A few lads will say, it's not. A few will say it is. It really is. It has been a great season. I've loved this league so much. It's tossed up in hands for the most of it. Who was going to win it? Gary was determined all the way through. Not so when he lost his second game, but he dug in deep and he did. Sasha after a great season, Paul after a great season. It's in comparison to last season and the season before. It's head and shoulders above what it is. Gary Smith has 112 tons. Scotty McKenzie 92. Sasha with 90. It's Super Troy. Mike Van Diest with 83. Kenny Robinson 79. Mike Kavanagh 71. Gary Smith is 25. 140s for the season. Scotty McKenzie at 21, Michael Kavanagh 16, Mike Van Diest 15, Anfin on 14, and 13 field. Mike Van Diest, Paul, and Simon Knowles, and Tony Skerry have 170 to the name. 4 for the season. Well done. Scotty McKenzie has 5 180s, Matt has 4, Brendan Kinney has 3, and 2 and 1s behind. Anfin with that 152, Brendan Kinney 127, Gary Smith 125, Paul with that 118, 117, Kenny Robinson 115, Reese Brown, well done kid. Cody has a 110 with Michael Kavanagh, 108 for Michael Robinson. Alex Barkley is a 107 with Scotty McKenzie. Simon Knowles is a 106. Sasha has a 104. Best legs of 16 for Mike, Cody, and Anfin. Super Darts. 17s for Kenny, Matt, and Sasha. Brendan has an 18 with Gary Smith and Scotty McKenzie. 19 for Reese from the field. Cody has 4 ton plus finishes. Anfin has 3, couple of 2s and 1s in behind. Just with the averages, 60 plus averages, Reese Brown, Gary Smith, Scotty McKenzie, and Kenny Robinson, absolutely fantastic. 55 plus averages are unreal. Paul Anfin, Mike Kavanagh, and Mike Van Diest, outstanding. And there's nothing wrong with the rest of the averages. Let's say, I'm not saying anything wrong, I'm just picking the top half of it. Hey there, partner. How are you? It has been a roller coaster of a season. I've really enjoyed it. That's going mental over there. Frustration points and the whole lot there always is, like I said, all games to be played by the 30th. They're not, they're just going to be voided out and we'll finish off the table anyway. Thanks very much for everybody. Please get the games knocked out. We don't want to void any games. And you know what? Have a great Wednesday evening. We won't be back until the 30th, so we'll have the final nails. We'll have everything done, dusted, wrapped for 6 o'clock the 30th. Right, so get all the games played for the 29th. How's that sound? Again, thanks very much for everybody for tuning in. Do you know what? Have a little dance out. Good night, folks.